The first thing Nika noticed about the man who buzzed the studio bell was his scar. A deep purple line that started at the top center of his lip and went upward in a diagonal slash across his right eye and into his hairline. She zoomed in on the eyeball. A wound like that should have destroyed the eye, but his right eye was real and tracked as well as the left. Why hadn't they fixed the scar when they'd fixed the eye? She glanced at the clock at the bottom of the screen. 0007 hours. Midnight. Way too late for her studio to be open. Way too late for anyone to demand service, no matter how badly they were scarred, especially not for a scar that old. "Come back tomorrow," she told him. "Nika Rik Terri." Red drops sprayed out of his mouth onto the camera lens above the doorbell. "I need your help." Once Nika wouldn't have known what the red-brown spots were, but that had been before Alejandro. Her eyes moved to his collar, to the now familiar obsidian bird of prey pin there. An Eaglehawk Company man. She couldn't tell him to go away. She quashed the quick adrenaline flutter, sighed, and buzzed him in. "Move directly into the room on the left, and try not to bleed on the floor as you go." She collected a bucket and bleach as she went down to meet him. Blood was hard to get rid of. She didn't want the health inspectors on her back. But first, she had to staunch the bleeding and get her new customer under a machine. Saving people's lives hadn't been what Nika had planned to do with her career. Not until Alejandro had walked into her life and brought his scummy friends with him. The smaller room had glass walls she could wash down easily. Reinforced, because some of the people who came in were prone to violence. On the back of the glass she'd painted scenes of the dappled purple and rust trees of the lower Sierras, with their distinctive radioactive rocks that glowed in the same colorway. One wall for each season, wet, dry, and reactive. The fourth wall, the one with a door, blended the wet and reactive seasons so seamlessly you couldn't tell where one season started and the other ended. Most people thought only of the stunning visual impact it gave the room. Nika saw practicality. Good camouflage for any blood that might have spilled. The tiled floor emulated the phosphorus purples and rusts of the lower Sierran radioactive rocks. A work of art, according to respected media site Popular Art. A galactic treasure. She could have charged people to see it. Overpowering, in Nika's opinion, but it did what it was required to do. According to Popular Art, the only thing that spoiled the view was the big black box in the center of the room, the Sonyan GenMod machine. To Nika, the Sonyan was the most beautiful thing there. State-of-the-art, built to her specifications. There was only one machine better, and that was in her main studio next door. There wasn't any blood on the floor of the foyer, and most of the blood on her visitor's jacket and hands had dried. The bleeding was internal then. That was bad. Still, this man had known to come here, so he'd been sent by Alejandro's boss, who could help her dispose of a dead body if she needed to.